All right, so we met probably about 2 hours ago, and we started talking, and you have an interesting project coming up. So tell us about this project.
Yes, the name of my project is PIECE of NAAN, and I'm actually shooting it in Pakistan. And a little about the concept for my project, it's about the outcast community in Karachi, which is one of the biggest cities in Pakistan. Outcast meaning it's a group of transgenders and transvestites. Over there they're known as hijras, and that's what they're referred to as a separate culture within Pakistan that they are a part of. So that's what my basic concept's about, and it's about the poverty, it's the lower class. And it's about a clash from, the main character is from that community, so it's about a clash of him with an upper class girl. So the whole film is basically about the clash between upper class and lower class society and how it's differentiated in Pakistan and how it's looked upon.
So we were talking earlier, you used Kickstarter, so tell us about your Kickstarter campaign. How did you attract investors to invest into your film?
For the Kickstarter, I did a lot of promoting via Facebook, and I talked to a lot of people about the concept of my film, a lot of people in the industry who were interested in it, and I mainly did it by going to festivals and all, so I promoted it through that a lot. Along with that, I also tried to talk to a lot of people in Pakistan and over here who were part of a South Asian community, or people who are interested in international films such as this one, and that's how I mostly attracted people to this.
So what was some of your incentives? How creative did you get in some of your incentives and people to donate?
One incentive that people really liked was they're going to get a souvenir from there, because you don't really find those over here. So when we're going to be shooting there, I'm going to bring them personal souvenirs handmade by Pakistani people.
Oh, that's awesome. So how long was your Kickstarter campaign for?
It was about a month, 30 days.
It was about a month?
Yeah.
And how fast did you get to your goal?
We actually reached our goal today, and we only had a little bit left that we reached today. Within the couple of days, a lot of people donated, and I'm really grateful for that. I got a lot of support for it, so it was great.
What were some of the successes on Kickstarter? Because a lot of people are using Kickstarter and other websites to fund their film projects. So what did you find successful in what you did in Kickstarter?
In Kickstarter, I think just because it's more exposure, because a lot of different people get a chance to look at your film, which they otherwise would not have been able to. So you can attract a lot of different people via Kickstarter.
What were some of your mistakes in your Kickstarter campaign that you said, oh, I wish I did this, or I wish I did this differently?
I wish I promoted it a little more and updated it a little more. I didn't do as many updates as I could have, and that's one thing that I regretted. I did a few, but I didn't do as much as I could. So
this is a short film.
Yes.
Why going to Pakistan? What's the importance of going to Pakistan and not going into Oklahoma or West Texas and doing it out there?
To recreate the culture, I think the only way to do it genuinely is going back. I'm originally from Pakistan. I grew up there. I came here about 5 years ago. So to replicate that over here is impossible. Just to replicate the people, the environment, the feeling of it, the colors even, it can't be done over here.
So talk to us a little bit about the hurdles of, you haven't filmed there yet, you're going to film in January, so talk to us a little bit about the hurdles you're trying to overcome now, and how are you overcoming those hurdles?
The biggest challenge that I'm facing at the moment is planning the whole production from here in Pakistan. I have a lot of people helping me over there, and I have some film students that I'm working with, a lot of people who are professionals in the industry over there. They're helping me with it as well, but the biggest thing is planning it from here, because I don't get to meet my actors until I go there. I'm going to be doing rehearsals with them through Skype and talking to them on the phone. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
So Skype and Dropbox are going to be the most important things in your production, right?
It's going to be very, very important, yes.
How many days are you going to be out there?
I'm going to be there for about 3 weeks, 21 days.
Wow,
yeah.
That is awesome. So talk a little bit about Pakistani female filmmakers and Indian female filmmakers, because you guys are a growing breed that is growing really quickly. And why did you decide to get into film? I know a lot of the stereotypical, Pakistani, South Asian cultures, better become a doctor or a lawyer or some type of professional. So talk to us about why you chose filmmaking, and was there any hurdles within your family or friends that you had to overcome to say, hey, this is what I want to do?
Oh, definitely. The biggest thing was they didn't consider it a profession. to basically let them know, no, this actually, people do this for a living, and it's actually, but just because it doesn't exist there, so they didn't really understand it. But since my family's been really supportive about it, so that was really helpful. I got into filmmaking through art. I'm really interested in art, and I was always really, really interested. As a kid, I was really exposed to Hollywood a lot and Bollywood, so I was into films a lot. And through that, I realized that filmmaking and telling stories through films was what I really was passionate about. Pakistan, in the film industry in Pakistan specifically, it's not as big. They're trying to grow it more, but it's not as existent. I think it's very important for me and everyone else in Pakistan who are like me to bring this industry, because I think media for any economy, any country is very important. To show the culture to internationally, and to show, like, movies tell others about what their culture is. And since Pakistani media is not that big, I think it's important for us to grow it more so we can show that.
Exactly. So we
Yeah.
have an international audience.
Yeah.
So if a young female filmmaker or just young filmmaker period says, I want to do this, what advice would you give them?
Do it.
Just do it?
Just do it. Start. You got to start somewhere. Start planning, start thinking, start doing it. I think the biggest way I learned was just going on set as whatever position I could get, just to see how things were done. And you got to start from the bottom, but once you start doing it, once you see how it's done, it gets easier and easier as you go by. So
All right, so you're going to do this short, and you're going to film it in January, you're going to package it up, edit it, then take it on the festival circuit, hopefully theatrically. Any other projects you're working on currently?
I'm actually thinking of a couple other scripts, but my main focus is to get this shot first before I think of other scripts. So I think the one after this that I will be doing will be in America, but it will be about a Pakistani family in America.
Awesome.
So a little different, yeah.
So where could people follow you? Because you, in my opinion, this film project is awesome. I think you're going to go far in life in your filmmaking career. So where
Thank
can
you.
people find more about you, follow you, and follow this interesting project?
So we have our website. Our website is Golden Lamp Productions. If you go on it on Google, you can Google it and you can find it. It's Golden Lamp Productions. You can find me on Facebook. My name is Rijaa Nadeem. And again, if you go on my website, you can find it over there as well. And I'd be happy to, if you message me, contact me, I'd be really happy to talk to you about anything you'd like. So.
Awesome. Well, best of luck to you. Happy filming out in
you.
Pakistan.
Thank you so
and
much.
you got to come back and talk with us and kind of give us our viewers updates on what's going on with this project so we can follow you along and support you.
I would love to. That'd be great.
All right, awesome.